Lace up the shoes, chase W's, murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do, lace up my shoes, chase W's, grape colored coops. No, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable, they sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few, can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your...
What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's.
Now what I do?
Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one.
Coach, we've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready? Move ready. Here we go. Check 26, check 26. Green, Timothy.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Derrick Henry. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Right there, 54, right there.
Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Carl Lawson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 49-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey, alert. 52, line 52. Not ready. Line 52. Hey, I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Chicago. John Ross. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
58 to Mike. Focus, defense, focus. Watch twins.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and 2, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. Now Winston on 4th down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Past the 20, 10, and they will score. A pick six for a Bears touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This will be taken about the 12. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Here we go. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now on 2nd and 13, Winston.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he'll find Hall. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down. Almost back to the drawing board.
1st down, a run with Cohen. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Go.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, and now it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, Charlie! 55, my 55! Okay, double up. My 55, my 55! Hey,
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
That's good for the Bears. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Ravens nothing.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Man open, it's Goodwin. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
Right here. It's a party now. Check that.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Trubisky flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Hey, watch your leg. Check 24. Lock in. He's moving, boys. Alert. Hey, Echo.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Watch the curl. Shake it.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Trubisky. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 12 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. First down, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston, he's going deep for Brown, and that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
3rd and long for Winston. Going up top for Miller. And that's caught inside the 35. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the gun, Winston. This is caught by Williams. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Sit up, 180. Check 55, Mike. I got it.
On first down, Trubisky nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Alert, 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 alert.
Check 55 to Mike.
Hey, Alpha.
Here we go.
Trubisky will throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
He's crashing.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Sit up, 180.
3 bud. Kill.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Tight right. Hey. You got 3. 18.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly. Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped, but that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. Out of his end zone, Winston rolling to his right, and he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Winston. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game.
And this is caught, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Got a man. It's Brown. 7 yards there and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first down throw for Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. They'll run with Henry, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Wait. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Push him back.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return is Cohen. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to Tucker Roll, didn't you?
Yeah,
I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat.
Looking to throw on second down. Trubisky got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Ravens 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. He's going to look deep down the field, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Jameis to throw it. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A third down gain of 19. Winston now. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, some magic pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Third and short yardage, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now Winston. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Winston, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jamal Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Check 3. Switch.
Here's Trubisky. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more, plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Tight end's right. You got 3 down, 3 down.
On third down, Trubisky. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now fourth down coming up.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Mike, 44. Hey, I'm coming. Alert 3. Alert 3. Say, flip it. 44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check.
Winston from the gun on third down. And the pressure gets to him again. Carl Lawson, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Wait. 44. Let's go. 44. Hey, let's hang it.
Fourth down, Winston. And he's he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Don't get nervous.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And despite the cold, despite the snow, this one was fun to watch, and I want to thank you for bringing two things, the space heater and the hot chocolate. Those were a big help for us here in the booth.
Yeah, just so you know, in the future, get your own space heater. Okay, I'm an only child. I don't share very often. But this had to bring out, like, the 12-year-old in us, didn't it? I mean, to be able to watch this, and let's face it, when you were that age, you didn't come inside until Mom screamed, "Get inside now, young man," because you wanted to be out there just having a good time. And actually, you almost forgot just how cold it was. I'm sure these guys didn't, but they ended up playing just like those 12-year-olds and getting it done.
So for the Bears, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. So for our...
Level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is time match, and I better get set in the finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I better kill them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Trackman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop, you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep, designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find it, so she fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
ain't too many can play with us. See where this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much, actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog, I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like.